Hey guys, this is Mo for PhoneFight, and this is part 2 of the phone fight between the Nexus S and the Mytouch 4G, both recently released. In this part, we're going to check out the browser, the camera, the music player, and we're going to declare the winner of this phone fight. Let's check out the browser right away, jump into it, and let's try loading a page. Let's go to espn.com. Let me get it on here. Alright, there it is. And here we go right here. About the same time. And loading the Mytouch 4G was quicker by about a half a second. It was not even very noticeable. Let's check out the scrolling. Scrolling is very smooth. This is the mobile site. There isn't too much flash going on. The scrolling on the Nexus S is also beautiful. No lag or anything like that. Let's check out some rotation times here. This is a little bit harder than it looks. The Mytouch, if I got it at the same time, the Mytouch 4G was quicker. This one should be easier. Just barely. I think the Mytouch I saw was quicker, barely noticeable. Oops. Those capacitive buttons are very easy to press. Alright, let's try this one more time. Just barely, I think, the Mytouch 4G. And one more time going this way. Yeah, just barely. It's really barely noticeable. They're both very smooth. Nothing to complain about. Let's go into the full site. Alright, and let's try to press this at the same time. Here we go. They both do have Flash 10.1. Mytouch 4G is done, and the Nexus S about a couple seconds behind. For some reason, a Mytouch 4G always loads into a column view. Scrolling with Flash content on the page is always a little bit more laggy. It's not as smooth as you would like it to be. Pinching in and out. As you can see, some boxes stay the same size when you pinch in, and then they adjust to the screen size. That mainly has to do with the Flash content, and as we know, ESPN has a lot of Flash content on their site. Double tap to zoom in, double tap to zoom in, same thing. Brightness on both of these phones are set at the same. The Nexus S, might look a little bit brighter just because of the Super AMOLED screen. Let's zoom out. And to get to Windows on here, we hit the menu button on the Nexus S and hit Windows, and it gives you a little list view. You could tap back into that one or open up a new window. On the Mytouch 4G, you can either pinch all the way out and you can add a window by pressing the plus button, or you can do it the same way and press the menu and select Windows. Let's check out the rotation on the full site with the Flash content. Let's try this again. Can never get it right. Let's try this. Okay. Just barely. It's not really worth noting which one is beating the other, just because of the difference in time is probably half a second. I think the Nexus beat it a couple times and the Mytouch beat it a couple times, and it's really, it's not a scientific test what I'm doing right now. So let's try out one last site. Let's go to PhoneFight.net. Alright, let's try to hit these at the same time. Server is too busy. And there we go, we're loaded into it. Not sure what that was about. Let's try this again. Just refresh the page. They both ended at this pretty much the same time. I thought the Nexus S was done, but it had to load one more thing. As you can see, the blacks on the Nexus S are much more rich in color. That, of course, has to do with the Super AMOLED screen. The Mytouch 4G This is also pretty good screen. Just when you hold it next to a Nexus S, the screen doesn't look too great. Scrolling is smooth on both of them. Like I said, this site does have flash content on there. If you get a chance, check it out. Would help me out a lot. I appreciate it. Let's go back home. Let's check out the camera now on both of these phones. The Mytouch 4G, as I mentioned before, does have the camera shutter button. The Nexus S does not. Let's get into the camera app on both of these. Excuse me. We have the stock camera app right here pretty much. You have your basic features. It's pretty much the same as Android 2.2's camera. You have your focus mode. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. You could add your little effects to the pictures you're about to take. Let's take a picture right now. That's Rex the dinosaur. It focuses by itself. And there we have it. Nicely. To go back into the picture, you just hit that little thumbnail, and there it is. Pinch to zoom. Picture quality is excellent. Still photos are beautiful on the Nexus S. Let's go back into the camera. You also are capable of video recording. Unfortunately, there is no high definition video recording for the Nexus S. Only the highest capability is 480p, so there's no high definition. It's mainly standard definition on there. Let's go into the camera with the Mytouch 4G. As you can see, I kind of like this little layout better. There is no frame or anything. The screen is it's basically a full screen when it comes to taking a picture. It does have touch to focus, which is always nice. Let's take a picture of our friend here. And there it is. Both of them very quick shutter speed. The picture quality was a little bit better with the Nexus S. They really did a lot to make their camera work really good. You can also switch to video recording. I kind of gave it away. It does have high definition video recording, which is a huge plus when it comes to the Mytouch 4G. It's capable of 720p video recording. They both have flash. They both are able to use the flash while video recording. They both have the front-facing camera, which could video record and take still pictures. Let's go back to the still camera. That's how you switch it with the Mytouch 4G. With the Nexus S, you have to press that and select back camera. There we are. Let's go back to the back camera, and for this you just hit the one button. With the front cameras, they both are capable of video chatting. Tango just updated their app to support the Nexus S, so that's always a good thing. Let's check out the music player real quick, if I could find it. There it is, media room. And with the Nexus S, it's still your, let's see what's going on. It's still your typical music player. Nothing much to, nothing updated really from the prior video players, music players, I'm sorry. With the Mytouch 4G, it does have the HTC Sense music player. Let's go into the songs. And my album art is all messed up right now. I'm switching phones so much. But as you can see, it has the animations. You can always download another music player app from the marketplace if you don't like the one that comes with it. I just show you what comes out of the box with each phone. Has the album art, and also has, my favorite is the controls on the outside of the phone. Like I said, there are music players in the marketplace that will allow you to use the music controls during the lock screen. I'm just showing you what comes with it. So here, let's go into a song. And same thing, it's just your typical Android stock layout. There is no animations or anything. You go to the next song, it's the same thing pretty much. You lock the screen, you go to change the song. Let's say you're driving in the car. You can't, you have to unlock it and go back into the music player. It's not a big deal, but it is to me. I'm going to be honest with you. One of the biggest things about me when it comes to phones is the music player. Now let's quickly check out the gallery in each of these phones. As you could see with the Nexus S, it is the stock Android gallery with the 3D effect. It's still real nice. I still like the way it looks. You have your, if you have your folders organized, it's a beautiful way to look at your pictures. Let's check out a video real quick just to show you the quality of playback. This is the Avatar trailer. Let's fast forward a little bit. It's your stock Android, video player. Looks beautiful on this screen. Let's go into the gallery for the Mytouch 4G. It comes up in a list view. It shows your all your videos right here, and then it breaks up your pictures, all your photos, and then these are your folders pretty much right here. Let's go into all videos, and let's pick, I think this is Transformers. There we go. Both of them great video players. Obviously the Nexus S does have the bigger screen and the Super AMOLED screen. They're both, however, you know, you can't go wrong with either one. Which phone is the winner of the phone fight? I'm gonna be honest, just to state in the beginning, to begin with, I'm sorry. Both of these phones are awesome phones. You can't go wrong with either one. They're both super fast, everyday operation, very little lag, awesome high-end phones. You can't go wrong with either one of these. It's really going to come down to your personal preference. That being said, the pick that I'm going to have to go with is definitely going to have to be the Mytouch 4G. Not because it's a better phone, just because it's more capable of doing some things that may be available in future updates. But right now, I'm definitely going to have to go with the Mytouch 4G. It has the removable storage, the expandable storage, the LED indicator light. It's capable of 4G speeds. And also, probably one of the biggest things to me is high definition video recording. It's capable of 720p video recording, and right now the Google Nexus S is not. I'm not sure when it is going to be, but right now it's not. The Nexus S, I mean, it's still a beautiful phone, super fast, Hummingbird processor, just a few things that I use every day that are not available on this phone, and that's the only thing that's going to set this apart. And I hate that I have to choose one over the other. I mean, I think they're both great phones, and it's really going to come down to you. I'm just the type that I like a little bit heavier build. I like metal parts into the phone. If the Nexus S had that, I would definitely be all over that. I love a stock Android build. It's just one of those things where you have to pick, you know, you have to sacrifice something in each phone. I wish I could have stock on here. I can't, so I'm definitely going to go with this just because of a specs difference. But when it comes to either phone, you can't go wrong with either choice. The Nexus S is running Android Gingerbread 2.3. This is running Android 2.2 on the Mytouch. It's going to come down to you. I'm just going to choose this based on specs, nothing else. They're both excellent phones. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Feel free to leave your comments below. Any questions or anything, I usually respond pretty quick. Just leave them in the comments or feel free to message me. Check me out on Twitter at PhoneFight. Also, be sure to visit PhoneFight.net. If you didn't already, please subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a lot.